feel like my brain is about to leak out of my ass. But hey everyone, and welcome back to another FGO Thirstday on this Thursday. Hope you're not too thirsty. Hope you have been hydrating, like an hydrator. Something like that. And we're gonna start with Darius, aka Darius. Yes, I remember that. Lano's second favorite, ready for 11 pages of worth of drawing. Yes! I am ready. And I guess he will be my second favorite, considering Blackbeard and Taiga are my top ones. Yes, they are. So Darius is on a solid second place for me. And yeah, I do like Darius. He's a good boy at the age of 3. Fucking weird. So we're gonna continue with this. Yes. I do like his design actually. I like the idea of his horns being like part like materialized and then it's like flames like. It looks like it's very uncomfortable to wear though. And honestly, I am a bit sad considering that he's like representing like berserkers in FGO opening video and what it is. We rarely get to see him and all that. Well, thank you for popping up like that. But man, dude, man. I like it with like the tattoos and all that as well. Really badass, dude. That I think it's looking badass. I say. Holy shit, so detailed, dude. Seriously, compared to most other sermons we've seen, this is like, holy crap. It is like how to build his items and stuff like that. Like, goddamn. Dude, that is awesome. And then the big ass mammoth. Dude. Seriously. I like the trunk. Dude, seriously, that is such a cool thing. It's like, it's an fucking centipede of doom and death and agonizing pain. Badass. We got even to see the elephant. Dude. Seriously. Wait, I realize its feet looks, front legs. I mean, I assume it's because it's bone and all that, but it looks more like part animal, part human. Is that what it is? Because the shadows inside there. What? Is that... What? Are you serious? Yeah, so it's pretty much a mammoth with clothes on. You even get to, they even have arts on the little soldiers that you barely get to see. That is badass. Seriously. And also, I would love a Darius rider. Why don't we have one? Why don't we have Darius Rider that can be there with Eskanda, you know? Because they did have this, they fought each other and all that. I would love to see that. And Tifa, why as soon as I'm trying to record, you're gonna be like that? Yo? I don't even know what you want. Yo? Silly? But, yeah, seriously, a rider, Darius on his freaking elephant would be so cool! Seriously. Fucking normal horses. Don't fuck them, but you know what kind of fuck I mean. Spooky, scary skeleton. Dude, these dude have like fucking velociraptor claws on his toes. And the horse, dude. Now it's because I've been playing a lot of Total War Warhammer 2 lately. So I'm thinking on like Tomb Kings and Vampire Count when I see these. Like, damn. Berserker, Darius, historical fact, West Asia, lawful neutral. I mean, when you're looking at him and his minions and all that, you don't think like, yeah, this guy is lawful good. Well, lawful neutral. I think that's pretty cool, actually. You know, it breaking the mold. It's not what you expect of them. Characters are false. Cited voices, Lubu, Eric Bloodaxe, Lee Chauvin, and Hector. I think I've heard about this guy. Isn't that the one that say Dada all the time, like a big baby? Da, 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 da. But still, honestly, that this guy do Lubu, Darius, Blood Axe, Lishoven, and Hector. I mean, that is amazing. That is amazing. Strength A, Endurance A+, Agility B, Magic E, Luck D, NP A. Dude, that is some pretty fucking solid stats, I would say. Yikes. Mana enhancement B. All pyramids are increased, but most reason is lost. I see. As per usual. Well, mana enhancement B, in parentheses, old servant. They lose their minds. The more modern berserkers, not as much. They have learned to control their madness. Disengage age. The ability to withdraw from combat restores disadvantaged battle condition to the initial state. Battle continuation A. Combat is possible even with injuries that place that one on the verge of death, and they can remain alive as long as they do not receive a decisive fatal wound. Golden Rule B. It measures the destiny of being blessed with money during one's life. Since he had enough assets to shine his scandal several times during his life, Darius III possesses a skill at rank B. His financial power is part of his strength as much as his combat ability. Dude, seriously? Disengage A, Battle Continuation A, Golden Rule B, like, dude, god, seriously, why? I want the Darius Rider. That would be so fucking lit, man. If they drop one, Darius Rider, I definitely gonna grade it level 100 because, dude, that sounds so solid. Because the thing with Darius, as I know, since I use him quite a lot, I mean, when it comes to farming, literally when I've been farming now, I use Darius and Eric because they are freaking bonkers. I use Potatoes Eric. That's the one Eric that counts. Darius is very good actually in that regard. Though his skills, especially Golden Rule, I feel is in his... I mean, lore-wise, it makes sense, obviously. But skill-wise in the game, it is such an horrible skill. I mean, sure, it's better than like Budisha's Roman ability or Benkei in general. Most of his skills, not all of them obviously, but some of them. Since he has already such a poor MP regeneration as it is, and this doesn't really help that much, so it's not that good. But those others are pretty decent. I mean, disengage to be able to remove debuffs and heal a bit was good. And then of course being able to resurrect, also very good. Even if it's weird, because he's the kind of berserker that doesn't have any ability that buffs his ability to do damage, which is pretty interesting actually when considering most berserkers do. Then again, there are those few that are a little bit odd. Noble Phantasm, Aphanatoi 10,000, Immortal of 10,000 soldiers. There they say. Range 1 to 99, target 500 people. An army of 10,000 soldiers composed of moving corpses and walking skeletons appear, gather and form a war elephant of death. Also, they do form the elephant. Oh! And with formidable attack of magic energy, they exterminate the opponent. Aphanatoi, the Immortals, the 10,000 elite troops that actually existed, became a noble phantasm. And thanks to the legend that formed after their time, the indestructible immortality has been emphasized. It seems like an enormous monster, the war elephant of death, has been summoned. But actually it's 10,000 of immortal souls that combine form a kind of colony. So that explains why it looks like there is people in it and, you know, their hands and all that. So they oh, dude, that is legit. That is some sweet ass ability. It moves only under command of Darius III and is devoted to annihilate enemies of the king with its terrifying attack of magic energy. After reading a bit of Wikipedia for this translation, Aphanatoi is the name of the Byzantine immortals. Is it not actually known of how the It seems it's not actually known how the Persian one were called. Okay. How about the Persian immortals? I say. You know, like the song? Immortals. First pronoun? Nah. You have no pronouncing. Personality, an unwavering man. His expression at peacetime is calm. However, he is always filled with an unflagging fighting spirit. When battle begins, he will open his eyes and become like a gale that will start the destruction of the objective. Because of the effect of his high-ranked mad enhancement, most of his humanity is lost. Though that is something I actually find is really interesting with Darius in general. That even with this all on, he's very calm when he's not fighting. Which, you don't really think when thinking on Berserkers in general in this franchise. And Berserker when you think about it at all, actually. Because they tend to be kind of violent. It is really interesting to see how and that is one reason why I do like him as well, actually, because he's not just like, though he do have a lot of fighting spirit, but he's also have a little bit of other side to it. I think. What are you doing, Tifa? Yeah, are you like that today? Yes, me. Contrary to his formidable stance in battle, his attitude towards his master is docile. See, that's kind of cute. I mean, who doesn't want a 3-meter tall super... Cat, don't turn off my PC, please. Maybe it depends on the summoning system, or maybe in the master's qualities, but at normal times he will not go into rampage, and he even comparatively understand what's being told. So in withdrawal situation, his disengage skill is not wasted. However, since he's usually silent, there's not much point in conversing with him. His wish for the Holy Grail is a rematch with Iskander. Iskander? It's Iskander! He wished not for a personal duel, but for a rematch where both would clash their armies. He's comparatively obedient servant, but at this point he's prone to rampage, so caution is needed. Yeah, I think that is pretty neat. And you know what? Sometimes you don't need to talk. Sometimes you just need to be a good listener. I say. And seriously, this is so much better for like a rider, Darius. Why do not Tifa, please do not turn off my PC. She's literally like sitting on my PC again. And I'm afraid that she's gonna hit the button and turn it off, and then everything will go to waste. Cause that's what you do, cat. I've been trying to eat a little bit of this super sweet. It's super sour powder. It is so good. I ate it a lot as a kid, but it just really, really, really like, like, it's so sour, but it's so good. Why? You're like it's sucking a fucking battery. Yeah. That's how I roll. Phrases. He uses like, can someone subscribe right now? That would be perfect, because then we get this Darius grunt. I guess not. Oh well. Historical picture. The brave king of ancient Persia, a person from the 4th century before Christ, known as the last king of the Achaemenid Persia. That is a very weird word to say. He was born in a branch of the royal family, descended from the great ancestor Darius I, known as the king with excellent discernment and superior government ability. You know what I would say? That would be an interesting servant. I'm just saying, it would be cool. As an adult, he obtained the position of satrap, a governor general, and took his post as the governor of a province. And then suddenly, he became the new king. He was supported as the new king by the eunuch Bagoas, who has killed in the succession Artaxerxes III, and the king says... No giggling live. Too late. Here he comes, King Arms, and his younger brother, King Butters. Oh, King Arceus. Man, imagine having that name and it meant something very different, and then in today, like, okay, I need to move on. And now as King. Hey, nay, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to focus. I'm trying to move on. This. He immediately purged the treacherous Bagoas, and just as he was about to bring order to the state system, his destiny arrived. Oh god. There was the invasion of the awe-inspiring great king, the conqueror of Macedonia, Iskander. Compared to with this great king, that treacherous retainer, the ones that violated the country like he owned the place, amounted to nothing. Darius III stood up against the fierce attack of the Macedonian army, and the king of Iskander, his real destined opponent. Oh well, I guess it was lucky it was not King Arce. The great King Arce. Oh gosh. In Fate Go, the great ancestor Darius I. Darius I was a wise king among wise kings, who built the military roads that connected the cities and established a post-station system, fomenting the commerce and culture exchange, and who filled the state coffers by making the tax collection from the province more efficient with his satrap system and his new tax system. And with respect the province rule, showed a great tolerance by giving freedom to the conquered people to practice their belief and costumes. And at the same time, he prevented military insurrection by monitoring the satraps and the provinces with his inspectors, the eyes of the king and the ears of the king. Indeed, the first was a benevolent king who didn't bind down the people, but instead loved the culture and exchange and made the country wealthy. Dude, that sounds like a fucking swell dude! That would be awesome to see that as a servant. I would like that. He also wanted to be like the first. There was a single reason that made him, born in a mere branch of the royal family, decide to take up the name of the great king and became Darius III. Even if he had obtained the throne at the end of a bloody and tragic conspiracy, he aspired to become a great king, loved by his people and the land. However, he couldn't become a benevolent king due to his own choice. But what happened with Darius II? Are we just gonna skip over Darius II? Poor Darius II, no one remember number 2. Let's see. Darius III never bowed his head in front of his worthy opponents, Iskander, even as he ruled the conquered people in a way reminiscing that of Darius I. He neither ever considered becoming a wing of the glorious Macedonian army like other kings. He chose to fight. He became determined to become not a benevolent king, but a war king. Leading a massive army several times larger than the looming Macedonian army, he clashed once and again with a fierceness surpassing that mere interception. And even after being defeated, he always came back to obstruct King Iskander's way, without losing his bravery, even after being defeated once and again and again. Dude, Darius, man. Why? The traitor Bagoas and Iskander were different. The difference between a scoundrel that plunders the country and abuses of the people and somebody that doesn't is evident. Iskander, Alexander the Great, at the very least, he was not a villain. There was no doubt that he was suitable to be a great king around whom the conquering kings and generals and people gathered and became retainers. Retainers. Even then, if it's only me, I will not ever bow my head. If it's only me, I will not ever stand with him. I will stand as an absolute wall against the great king. He chose himself that was a war king, a wall, a worthy rival of Iskander. He chose himself. That was weird. Oh well. Related characters: Iskander, his destined great opponent and his eternal worthy rival. He would try to fight the moment in meet, just like Berserker Lasso when he sees Saber, Artoria. Nidocris. It's a different person with the same name, but there's a connection between Assyrian Queen Nidocris and his ancestor. How about that? I didn't expect that. Gilman, they are distant connection by the way of the Assyrian queen Nitocris. Ah, I didn't know that either. Cool. I do say. Comment from the Illustrated. Iskander's rival, Darius Free, as a character that summoned, well, age-free, as a character that summoned the skeleton soldiers developed from the Immortals. I did his design to my liking with variety of my preference. As the design line is a black giant, his body color is made close to Mr. Hassan of the same region, and for his religion, given that this Zoroastrianism. Zoroastrianism? I never heard of that before. His attire is made close to Angras, and finally, since the image color of his rival, the Conquest King, is reddish-brown, I choose a purple color with a dark navy blue hue, so he's symmetrically to his right. Yeah, that's pretty neat, actually. It is a figure that matches the design balance in Type Moon's original view of history as well, rather than an action Persian attire of historical fact. Darius' crown of two horns is broken in the middle. Iskander has an alias called a two-horned king. But one can conclude that the Conquest King in Type Moon does not even wear such a helmet, even though one can conclude that those horns worn on Darius' head were cut in the middle. That being the case, I made it an interpretation. The title of Two-Horned King was simply transferred to Iskander when he robbed and broke respectively the title and symbol of the two-horn that Darius held on to. Yeah, that is actually a really interesting interpretation there. I like that. Underneath the elephant jaw, I attached the tusk of a different elephant, and it became these mutual bones are being fused with elephants. The elephant's state of being is fairly bigger than its actual skeletal structure. Although there's a design of wheels acting as a shield of skeleton soldiers riding with and in the rear of the Darius, in the butt, when he is mounting the elephant, it gives an impression that says the scythed chariot used by Darius and elephant are being fused together. Oh, that's pretty interesting. Yeah, I think that's pretty interesting. Tato, let's see what Tato has. So I was kind of disappointed at the start, but damn, that in FGO section is good. There deserve respect. Yeah, I agree on that. I actually really like that part. The illustration comment is also quite interesting. More interesting than reading about how sexy female gender bender Just kidding. He dodging a bullet there, guys. Shoot after Potato. I went out of my way and did a bit of research to bring this, but yes, there's an Assyrian queen that is also goes by the name of Nitocris, wife of King Nabonidus Labynetus, 4 generations before Semiramis. So it's like Semiramis' great-great-grandmother. Since there's a lot of information on her, she is often confused and associated with historical figures. Apparently, the most accepted link of her with another historical figure has her as either an unknown wife of Nebuchadnezzar II or a daughter of his. Regardless, she is credited with the feat of fooling Darius I by placing her tomb above the gate so that no Persian could pass below and enter through. What? According to the account, Darius was alerted by a mysterious inscription that served as a trap for greedy kings. I'm not exactly sure what it means, since I didn't go deep into it, but very interesting. It's quite research to do. His armor design is dope below. Yeah, well, I agree. That is interesting, but I really do like Darius. I mean, he at first time when I saw him, way back when I started with FGO, like, I saw his art and all that, his design, I was like, but it is kind of a design that had grown on me, and I just really like it now, because it is fancy as fuck. And I do like the impression that the artist made, like with the horns, that he had the horn, and then they have been broken off by, like, Iskander. I think that's pretty interesting. And I do generally, seriously, his final art there is just epic as fuck. It is really cool. And I really, seriously, it is one of these, once again, I just really wish that they would make an saber, just because we saw saber before, but it could be a saber, I guess, but a rider Darius that would be, I would say, a 5-star, simply so it would be a match, a comparison towards Iskander's 5-star, you know? I think that would be so cool. It would be so awesome, and they would be like, this Darius is like, Rrr. The one question, actually, I do wonder, why does Darius have madness enhancement? Is there a reason for it? Is it simply based on the fact that he didn't give up, that he just refused to give in to Iskandar, even if they lost over and over again. That it turned to some sort of madness. Is that it? That is the only reason. That is the only thing I can imagine. But I do really, really like the design, and it's really dope. That, dude, that guy have 4 arms and 4 legs. He's a fucking weird centaur. Epic. Though I really do like it, and would love to see more of him. I would love to see more Darius in FGO in general. Because I think he's a cool character, and I just think he's a berserker that stands out quite a bit. Not only with his abilities in general, which is maybe not the best, but his design and his personality and very interesting history and all that. I think it's really good. Yeah, he is definitely one of my favorites, and he is today level 90. Level 90 Darius. So yeah, I do like him. Maybe not the best gameplay wise, but he is really good in what he's doing, and I would love to see more of him in the game. So I hope we get to see that. And we're gonna jump to the next 7, which is Kiyohime. Okay, I better not joke about it, or I will get burned by the fandom. Ha ha. Well, about that, I'm gonna say Kiyohime is a joke. She is a joke. I'm gonna get burned. I'm gonna get so burned. I do know that Kiyohime have quite a big fan base. And I do like Kiyohime. Pretty okay. Not my favorite. Darius is way better than her, my personal opinion. I know people will flame me for that, but that is what I think. That's what I think. That's what I think. And no, and it's right. Nah, it's personal opinion only. It's very hard to look on the screen, my screen, because it's such a bright screen. I need to get a bit better on at some point. I'm just happy my other screen started to work again as normal, so I actually can use that and see it with my computer. But she has a kind of cute design, actually. I do like the black one though most, with the fan made of flame. And not to mention, even if I might joke a lot about Kiyohima and all of that, I love her animations they updated. They are so fucking good. I know it. I think it's Me Too Mark. They have a level 100 Kiyohima that I borrow once in a while when I'm farming. And it's such a nice thing. It's just such a pleasure to see her like... And it is so fun because it looks like I mean, it's attacking only one enemy, of course, but it looks like the flames are like literally, yeah, you gotta incinerate everyone. It really gives a feeling of real insane power. Female legend Kiyohime, Japan, chaotic E. What? She's good! Somehow, that all makes sense now. Strength E, Endurance E, Agility C, Mana E, Luck E, and PEX. Dude, that wasn't some crazy ass stats. I mean, MP is EX even, so that can be weird. Huh. Or I said first voice actor for Mashu, Mari, and Matahari. Oh yeah, Mashu did have a different voice actor. Was it right? Let's see here. Class skill, Mad Enhancement EX. Mutual understanding is perfectly established. However, she sees a monster as the person she loves and forbids them to tell lies. In the case of lying, she will certainly see through it no matter what kind of lie it is and will automatically consume one command spell. What? She will do? What? Yeah, damn. You're lying, right? No, I never lie. Dude, I would be dead within a day because as soon as she would be, how do you feel good today, master? Yeah. And she would like, you're lying. Like I'm sorry. I would be dead so fucking fast. I would be. So it is one of these. I mean, like Raiko having this like mother thing going on. I wish they gave a little bit of this to some of the dudes, you know? Generally, like, Darius' kind, aka Darius kind. They're like, rawr. Not much personality other than, rawr. I mean, either how you think about it, this gives at least quite a bit. What are you doing, Tifa? Tifa is such a weird cat. Silly. You little silly. But yeah, I think it would be interesting if they did some more of the other older berserkers, especially the dudes. Personal skills, shape, shift, cock. I mean, see? Borrowing bodies and molding them. What? What? Lady? She was reduced to a venomous snake by a woman's determination and crossed a large river. Can transform into a low-grade oriental dragon. She runs with all her heart as long as she has legs, but when her legs disappear, she starts crawling around on the ground. She will also accept flame. What's going... Yeah, what the fuck is going... Wait, what? She was... But when her legs... Are you literally telling me she was running until her legs literally have been... What? What? That is some ass crack thing. I don't sure what's ass crack, but... Stalking butts. A skill to continue pursuing the beloved target. With something that includes the 5 senses and mana, and that should rather be called a wild instinct, she chases after Anshin everywhere. I mean... Can I get a restraint order on her? Flame-colored kiss, anal. Sorry. Hey! What Kiyohima seeks from her master. If their lips lock once, she'll get rid of any hindrance and will be willing to turn into Super Kiyohime-chan. What? As a compensation, the definition of the master's future groom will be seized, but it's a trivial risk. Bruh. I agree. Bruh. Yeah. Honestly, I'll be say right away. She is terrifying. I mean, stalking, this kissing thing that she like, she kissed you. Now you're forever hers, and if you do anything else, you die. You get burned. Seriously, she's terrifying. Like, holy shit. No wonder she's chaotic evil. I can see that now. Noble Phantasm, Tenshin Kasho Sanmai, phlegm-emitting samadhi of transformation. Nice. Which is actually really cool now these days, I will say. Such a nice update. Tenshin Kasho Sanmai, a serpent that spits flames. In other words, transformation into a dragon. Each turn, either a constriction or fear attack is performed. The constriction is a direct and single target attack. The flame has range, mass attack with a maximum range of 10. 10 what? Yeah, I don't know. 10 dices? I can roll 10 dices. No problem. I have this big... Dices, I actually... They still smell a bit weird. Odd. I cleansed them 10 days from all the evil that they have been spreading through eons before they came to my scabby heads. Something like that. The flame range mass attack, still it's not as if she inherited blood from the dragon kind. What is here is just a persistent, firm conviction of the man that lied to her. Wait, so if you think like that, you can become a dragon? Become a dragon. Become a dragon. Oh, constipation. Samadhi is a state of mind in which you are super concentrated on something. Sanmai also refers to being immersed, absorbed in something. Quite fitting for Yonrei. Well, that is true. Though, is that the MP she used in the game? Because isn't it targeting multiple enemies, right? Isn't that what it do? I think. Well. Person that basically is so calm that she's died in madness. She can converse so flawlessly that most humans would think she is of her as a berserker. However, she's not interested in the whole world and only recognizes that it'd be good if there was only her and Master. Also, her biggest concern is whether Master loves her or not, and she will give with a laugh being popular enough to have a harem. But if they enter a specific route with someone that isn't Kiyohime, she will aggressively stare with empty eyes. Really scary. Yeah, she's a total genre. I don't know why there's with people liking genres. I mean, if you do like them, it's okay. It's after all your personal thing, so to speak. Maybe nothing. What you like. I personally find them fucking terrifying. Genres, okay, that I'm okay with, but genres, a bit too much of that. I think. No. Do not go on the computer, cat, and turn off the computer, please. I'm afraid Tifa will do that. And now she looks so like turn around and give me that stink eye. Yeah. Did I tell you up, Tifa? And you're like, no, bitch. Oh, well. Motivation attitude was Master. Of course, she treated them with ardent affection, gently waking them up in the morning, staying at his side at noon, diving into the futon and gently whispering, "Good night." At nighttime, she is a devoted servant, right? Kind of freaked out. Maybe just me. Servant Berserker, thank you very much for having summoned me. Finally I found you, dear. Thank you very much. It's fine. My med and enhancement skill is not the important thing. Thank you for your concern. Lies, right? That isn't good, Master. It's true that she's more cheerful and lively than me, and she matches Master's taste. But you certainly said you loved me. Unless you disproved it, that love is distorted ostentation. I should take one command spell. Next time, please use it yourself. Otherwise... Dude, wait, I should say, she just go and take one? Like, yo, bitch, I just gotta take one of your command spells. Fuck. I'm fucked. My trigger is lies. When I'm lied to, my own heart boils irremediable. That's why I love you, Master. Please, may you not lie. You're a liar, right? Famous last words you get to hear before you are toasted. Holy shit. Oh, this is actually interesting historical depiction, because I have no idea where Kiyohima's story is about. Mainly because I actually haven't read or anything about her. But considering the characteristic traits, I assume she's someone that doesn't like lies. Knocking at the temple of Dojoji, under the temple bell a hidden body, ancient Kiyohime turned into a snake, coiled 7 times, one turn. Is that some sort of weird haiku or something like that? Liar, 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 your pants on fire, in a snake man's world. What? The beautiful heroine Yonrei that appears in The Legend of Anshin and Kiyohime. That's Kiyohime. No! What? You mean that Kiyohime is Kiyohime? No! I could never have guessed. I'm sorry. While the beautiful monk Anshin proceeded to the main Kumano shrine, he sought the inn of the elder of the Masago, Kiyotsugu, to spend the night. The daughter of Kiyotsugu, Kiyohime, had her heart trembling for Anshin's beauty, and sneakingly visited him at night. You and me are tied by fate. Although Anshin, whose body was to serve Buddha, rejected Kiyohime, Kiyohime stubbornly didn't acknowledge it. He, who was at loss, promised to stop by when he returned from visiting the Kumano shrines. And he didn't he? Is that what I'm gonna get from this? Weren't you the one who promised to reunite? However, Anshin broke his promise. Oh shit! With Kiyohime and traveled without stopping by Kiyohime's place. Kiyohime, who knew this, truly took the form of an Oni and began the chasing of Anshin. Dude, seriously, she is psycho. Like fuck. If you didn't love me, it was fine to say you didn't love me. It would have been fine not to leave any regrets. It would have been fine if you rather killed me. Yeah, I mean, sure. Then again, I'm pretty sure he did say he didn't love you, but I'm pretty sure Kiyohime didn't really listen on that part. Yeah, it's kind of scary. Anshin was horrified at the hateful her that kept glaring at him, and ran away to escape. The girl that shouldn't be able to chase a good walker priest kept pursuing through tenacity alone. Resentment, grudge, bitterness as British, bitterness, that accumulated emotions soon changed Kiyohime into a bizarre appearance. In order to tenaciously chase him, she grew a tail and her leg disappeared as she lost her human form. What? Oh yeah, she turned into a weird dragon thing? Although Anshin somehow reached Doyoji and fled into the bell, Kiyohime, who had turned into a giant dragon, spit out flames and bars and pressed hard against the bell with her entire body, and burned Anshin to death. But the Kiyohime who burned him, without being able to return to the person like that or to reign as a phantasmal, committed suicide by drowning while shedding tears. Anshin was unaware of being loved until the end. Kiyohime couldn't understand her violent feelings until the end. Why didn't my love go away? I mean, maybe because you took it too far and you literally toasted him in a bell like a fucking marshmallow. Seriously, the entire story is fucking bonkers bad. She is insane. Oh, no wonder she is a berserker. It also said that the couple who were held as served by the priest of the temple came Tenin. Isn't that Sky or something like that? Oh. This seemed to be a fragment of the original legend. I couldn't find a good translation, so I tried to do it on my own. Oh, that's good. Okay, so that's there. Okay. Tenin, celestial person. Oh, the official translation is vague, so it's transcribed literal like with Oni. Ah well, let's go with that. Elizabeth. Related. Laser-tied, beaded lizard, Komodo dragon, and countless other insults. What? Wait. Beaded. You mean bearded? Because I know bearded lizard is a thing. But why would that be insult? Seriously, if someone called me Komodo dragon or something like that, I would be like, fuck yeah, thank you, dude. That's awesome. They are fucking badass. Bearded lizards as well. Tamamo, E-Pal. What? I often suggest her to meet offline, but for some reason she has something to do and doesn't go well. For both, the advices they often consult each other about were off the mark. Aww. Seriously. Comment from the Illustrated. Origin of the Yonrei that fell in love with Anshin but burned him to death for deceiving her. The Kiyohime... What? The Kiyohime that everyone loves? No. I do not love her. I don't hate her, but I do not love her. And I think that is a problem, though. She doesn't have any reasoning. Since the game, the character of Kiyohime is here and there with black hair and Japanese clothing, I thought about trying to make her completely different. Spitting. And tried a more Western design cover with a genre atmosphere. At the beginning, there were lots of designs in which she was dressed with something like a Unihito. Is it a weird Japanese potato? Eh? But I told the boss about opening full the files of the drawing while balancing the numbers and resulting in the current shape. Balancing the numbers like... Yeah, if we cover it up completely, there won't be as many fans. We need to speed it up a little bit so you see more files and then they're gonna attract more fans. Something like that. Actually, when I listened to one battle voice that has been stored, I thought it was definitely charming, but it was helplessly put on hold, but... At the time I thought it was awful, but thinking about it now, I feel there wasn't any problem. LOL. Black. Junhito, some Japanese dress I can't describe. It's one of those they wear in painting, drawing, in which everyone looks like a grain of rice with clothes. Better to check it yourself if you're curious. Yeah, I gotta do that. Sounds fucking fun. Tato. Let's see what he has to say. Her profile is 10 more interesting and profound than what they make her out to be in the game, story, and events. Given that her legend is quite tragic and sad, it is interesting to see how much fun they make it out of the fact that she burned her beloved to death and committed suicide out of sadness. Yeah, that is actually really depressing. Yeah, I'm defending Kiyohime and demanding a proper depiction of a character in FGO. I bet some are impressed. I'm impressed, actually. Honestly, if they use a unique animation method, shaft product style, and made a short OVA about her legend with some bangers, I would love it. Yeah, that would be cool. Just for Kiyo, enough of hanging her in game bland and shallow, used only for comedic purpose. Give her an actual role and explore the tragic event that befall her. Tonight we riot. Okay, maybe not. That, I will say, brings up pretty good points, because that is literally her shtick. I mean, in a way, she has a black beard kind of thing going on, you know. She has this stick. Oh, I love you. You're lying. I'm gonna murder you. And yeah, that's a little bit of her character and all of that. Then again, I guess much is because she's a fan favorite. Many that likes her. She's, though, as I said, she's not my kind of character. Though it would be interesting to see a different version of Kiyohime as well. That is not the Lancer, of course, in summer event and all that. But I could imagine like maybe a caster, something like that. That is not Berserker. That is living with this regret of what she did, the sadness and grief. I mean, not that I want to like make like, oh shit, we need a depressive Kiyohime, but more like it would be an interesting concept because we only have this one, which is pretty much like, I love you. But if you like it, of course, it's a good thing. Me personally, I think it would be nice to develop more of the character itself on the history. I mean, personally, I know it's obviously if you love Kiyohime, that's perfectly fine. Definitely it is. Me though, I think a character like Darius is much more interesting, and he's barely appeared in anything in FGO compared to Kiyohime, not to mention, so to say. I would love to see more. I mean, that is the thing. I really want to see them do this with characters like Kiyohime, Darius, Eric, and all of these many forgotten characters, giving them some real awesome, serious story where they can really develop, really shine. I think they would need to do that. Though Kiyohime gameplay wise is, I think, is really good. She have a decent about abilities with buffs and debuffs, stuff like that, and her MP is really strong. Not to mention her animation is gorgeous. That for sure. I love those. I just think though it would be interesting to see, like, yeah, and also not to mention Anshin and see Achin, and he sees Kiyohime and get terrified. Like, oh no, it's her again. No. Oh gosh. But yeah, in general, she is an okay character, but definitely not a favorite of mine. And would be interesting to see a bit deeper characterization of her and many others. Definitely, I would love to see more with Darius, definitely, as well. So, but yes, that is me and FGO Thursday today. I will be back next week though, so thank you for watching. See you later on, and have a continued super great day.